Alright, welcome, welcome. So, I'm going to show you how to do this shade and tint practice in Paint. And the idea is that you're going to take each color one at a time and create 5 values of it from very, very light to very, very dark with just your one color, whatever color you're working with. Like this row we're working with red, this one with orange. I'm going to do the red row. So you're going to use red and then only use white and black to make your shades and tints, because a tint is a color mixed with white and a shade is a color mixed with black. Now, as you're going through this, you want to think about the value of each color individually. Okay. Now, colors by themselves, I know when we think of value, we think of just like when we worked with our pencils and we did all that shading stuff and we just worked in like white and grays and blacks. But colors themselves actually have a value to them. And to prove it to you, we have the color wheel there, and a nifty little thing we could do is if we take our phone and our camera and we put a filter on it to black and white, then we can look at the different colors that we have and kind of see their values. So certain colors, like look at yellow, it's practically white by itself. And then if you look at like blue and purples, those are really dark colors. And then other colors are kind of like more medium, like red and like the greens are a little bit more of like in the medium. So once you kind of think about your color that way, that's going to help you figure out like how many tints and how many shades you need. So red was kind of a medium value, it was kind of in the middle. So I'm pretty sure I can get a couple of tints out of red as well as a couple of shades. But when it came to like blue was really, really dark. So it was already dark on its own, so think about that. Will I be able to make a lot of shades out of blue if it's already dark? Probably not. I'll probably be able to make more tints out of it. So that's something that you have to think about as you're doing this. So I'm going to do the red row, and like I said, I do believe, and I may be wrong, I'm going to test it out first, I do believe that the number of tints I'll get out of it is about 2, and then the number of shades I'll get out of it is also 2. And I'll actually start to paint now. If I can find my paintbrush, I can. Okay. So, when I start this, I'll just start with the color by itself that I'm using. So red, I think red is just going to be my number 3 value because it's kind of a medium value on its own. And like I said, I think I can get 2 tints out of it and 2 shades. And so to make a tint, let's make that first tint that's really, really light. And I think I'm just going to use a ton of white because it's supposed to be a really, really light tint, that number 1 value. Really, really light, practically white pretty much. And then just like a drop of red. Oh yeah. It's the lightest pink ever. Okay, and I think that'll work for my number 1 value because it's supposed to be practically white. Okay, let me see if I can get another tint out of red, which I'm very confident that I can. Where's my towel? There it is. Ugh, way off camera. Okay, needed my towel, and I'm gonna add, just gonna use that tint that I already have and just add a little more red to it, a little more aggressive this time. There you go. Now I have another tint of red, and it's looking good. It's a little darker. Alright, looking good. Alright, now when it comes to the shades, it's maybe a little tough. Black is really hard to work with. It's very easy to add too much black right away and then create, and just turn your whole color to black. So I'm going to take a big scoop of red. Big scoop of it. Alright, and put it off to the side. And I'm going to take the smallest little smidgen, tiniest little drop of black and see if it changes. And it just darkens just a touch. Just a little touch of black. Even that's scaring me. Okay, just barely put the corner of it in there. Okay. I think I could grab a little more. There wasn't that big of a change. We want a distinct change from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. We want to be able to see each value. So, alright, try that. Alright, and this little spot right here, I think there, it's good. I'm going to use that little bit and then paint it in. See how I do? Yep. I see a distinction between 3 and 4. Okay. Nice shade of red, got a little darker. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one more shade to be even darker, and it'll probably be almost black. But still, you could still see a little bit of the red. And that was a nice change too. Okay. It looks, on screen it probably looks almost black. In real life, it looks very, 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 almost black as well. And there you go. I created 5 values of red, and I was right. I needed 2 tints and 2 shades, and my regular just plain red is right in the middle. So now you have to do the rest, and each one you have to think about, slow down and think about the value of the color. If the color's already light, you might get more shades out of it. If the color is already dark on its own, then you get less shades and more tints out of it. So it's what you have to think about and fill in these numbers. And then if you're wrong, just, you know, fix it. If you're wrong, you thought yellow had 2 tints and 2 shades, maybe you were wrong, fix it. And that's it. All right, good luck.